The New York Giants beat the Philadelphia Eagles 34-17, led by Cam Scatterbo with 3 touchdowns rushing, and Jetson Dart also threw in a rushing touchdown too. But this was an ugly game for Philly, man, and a really good game for the Giants. Now, obviously, Jalen Carter was out this game. That's a big deal with the Eagles. We saw the Eagles versus the Cowboys without Jalen Carter, and it's not the same with Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter is their best defensive player. And then during the game, Quinyon Mitchell, their second best defensive player, gets hurt. He leaves the game. And later on in that game, Reed Blankenship, their best safety, gets hurt. So you look at this game right here. The Eagles were super pass heavy. I feel like they came out the gate running the ball with Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley got a good chunks of yards. But then when the Giants had a couple of good runs on Saquon Barkley, they kind of abandoned the run. They stopped going to Saquon Barkley, and they put the ball in the air a lot. Jalen Hurts threw the ball 33 times. He's not accustomed to throwing the ball over 30 times, but he was 24 from 33, 283 yards. 1 touchdown, 1 interception. And the interception he had was a bad one. All right, we know that. I mean, he threw almost a pick six when he could have brought it down to a 1-possession game, but instead he stretched the lead out, and they won 34-17. But this story more about the Giants, though. The Giants, Jackson Dart came out the gates hot. I mean, he had that rushing touchdown on the first drive they had. I think it was the first drive. He had that rushing touchdown, and that kind of set the tone for them. But Cam Scatterbo, he was just a train wreck. I mean, he didn't have no super big runs. He didn't have an 18-yard run, but outside of that, he was just getting small chunks at a time and running people over. And when they got to the goal line, when they got in the red zone and the goal line, goal to go, Cam Scatterbo was not to be stopped. So he had 19 carries for 98 yards. He was in with 3 touchdowns. I mean, the rookies showed out. The Eagles have some concerns to me with their secondary. I feel like with the secondary, they have to do something about it. You know, you got I think his name is Zadarian Smith. He retired yesterday, which is big. He retired yesterday. I mean, that just tells you a lot about what it looks like defensively or team-wise with the Eagles losing 2 games in a row. So the Eagles, I'm not too worried about the Eagles, but there are some funky smells flying around about, 2023 Eagles having that, Super Bowl hangover. Coming off the Super Bowl, and they come into the season winning games by a small margin, and then they just flat out fall on their face at the end of the season. And it kind of smell like that. So let's see if they could bounce back next week. But like I said, this game says more about the Giants with the excitement they have around their new quarterback. And you can see the city is just, or the town, the city is just excited about it. When he went down that injury and went to the blue tent, I mean, we talking about the whole stadium was quiet. You got Brian Daboll yelling at the doctor. I don't think I ever seen that before. Brian Daboll yelling at the doctor. He know his job is on the line. So Jackson Dart comes out the blue tent, and the whole crowd erupts, go crazy. And Jackson Dart is a smiling man once again. It's funny because Russell Wilson comes in, he throws a bad play, and he just spazzes on a doctor. Like, get this bum. Sorry, I'm not calling him a bum, but that's what it looked like with Daboll. Get this dude off the field and get Jackson Dart back in the game, which was crazy. So Eagles lose that game. Eagles drop to 4-2. They still number 1 in the NFC East, but the Giants climb to 2-4. So they're only 1 game behind the Giants. Sorry, 1 game behind the Commanders and a half game behind the Cowboys. So the NFC is closer than people think. Sad to say, if you are a Commanders fan. So shout out to the Giants for getting that